boys, thanks for tuning in to the second episode of Deadly Discussions, proudly sponsored by Kwik Kopy, Vale and Something Wild Australia. We welcome one of Aquinas College and Peel Thunder's finest. He's a hard nut mid that can play across the half forward and half back. When he's on, his hands are like glue and his physicality can't be questioned. Along with Lachlan Turley, he also made the PSA Team of the Year on the half forward flank, and it was well deserved. Michael Sellwood, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on the show, Jesse. It's a pleasure.
I just want to clear things up for the viewers again. There's two L's in his name, so he's not related to Joel or that prestigious Joel Sellwood family.
Sellwood family, not Joel Sellwood.
Yeah, Sellwood family. Mate, I'm looking forward to this. I've got a few new segments on today, and when I was making the podcast, I'm sure you've already heard this. That when I was making the podcast, I was thinking, you know, how can I get people to tune in? And I was thinking entertainment, and I was thinking, what can I make entertaining? And I was, boom, the guest. And mate, when I think entertainment, you're the first person that comes to my mind. So how are you feeling at the moment?
I know, a bit nervous. First podcast I've ever been on, so you know.
Yeah, nah, mate, we're happy to have you on. We'll get stuck into it. So congrats on an awesome season this year in 2020. You played as a forward mid for Aquinas. Where did you play for Peel?
So I played as a forward for Peel because we only played 2 games, so they didn't, you know, have time to put me in the midfield, you know.
I'm sure that's why they didn't put you. Yeah. Anyway, for the viewers that haven't watched you, can you give us a brief description on the way you play footy?
I'd say a tough, just harden up, inside mid, play forward, play back if I want to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Nah, definitely. You are a hard nut, and you always put your body on the line, and no one can question that. This year was your first season, playing first 18 footy at Aquinas College. How did you find it?
Oh, I thought it was really good. Under the guidance of Quinton Lynch, thought I fitted into the team pretty well and was pretty consistent. So yeah, I was pretty happy with how I went.
Yeah. And like you said, you had a very consistent season. You kicked 10 goals in 10 games, and I'm sure you gathered many disposals throughout those games. What was your favourite individual performance this year and why?
Got to say the Trinity game. That was definitely one of the highlights.
Yep.
Got, best on, kicked a couple of goals.
Yep.
It was just all round good performance, I guess.
Yeah, you took a few good marks that game.
Yeah.
And had a few good tackles. We'll dive more specifically into PSA footy. So with Aquinas, there is a fine system at Aquinas College in the team, and I'm sure there are in many other teams. But for those who don't know how it works, it's basically if you stuff up during games, trainings, or even just in general life, and someone hears about it, you'll get fined money.
Yeah.
And that'll all go towards an end of season get together for the team. You were definitely fined the most this year. Would you agree?
Oh, I definitely got to agree on that one.
Yeah. Tell us some of the reasons why you were fined.
Mainly had to do with it was pretty poor on my behalf. One of them was I made a TikTok and geez, it was very atrocious. So that one, gave me a large sum of money for that one.
Yeah, but mate, I've made TikToks before. What was wrong with yours?
Oh, it was with my missus. It was just I didn't know she was gonna post it, so you know.
Oh yeah.
That's why. You know.
Are there any other reasons why you might have got fined?
Oh, and again, you know, skip training. Oh, yeah, no, it was raining that day, so
no, it wasn't.
Skip training.
No, it wasn't. I was at training. It wasn't raining.
It was raining. It was the last training of the season. You know, I just went to see my missus. You know.
So you skipped training to go see the missus.
Yeah.
What did you tell everyone you were doing?
Was it the dentist?
Yeah. That's what you told everyone. I can also remember other moments, you know, being stepped by year 10s, dropping missed marks, giving away stupid free kicks.
Yeah.
Mate, there were so many fines, can't even count, to be honest. Now, in all seriousness, I love playing with my schoolmates. It's very enjoyable. The team feels more like a family, and it builds those relationships during the season. Who were some of the boys you enjoyed playing with this year and why?
Oh, definitely got to say Seth Connor. Shout out to Seth.
Mate, you don't give shout outs on here. I give shout outs.
Well,
shout out to Seth Connor.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely, because when I was playing forward, whenever I played forward, he'd be one of those players just delivered to me, just straight on the chest, every week.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Definitely reckon Corey as well. He was one of those players as well who delivered in the forward line, you know.
Yeah.
Just good round. And then I'd definitely say don't like playing with you because you just steal all my goals, so, you know.
I'll take it, mate.
Just got to say that, you know.
And speaking of important people at Aquinas College.
Yes.
Mate, there's a very important man. He loves you. I'm sure you love him. Everyone loves the relationship between it. It's kind of a Cyril Bruce relationship. Would you agree?
Oh, I've got to agree with that one. It's hard, yeah.
So, how has Peter Spencer influenced you and your footy?
Oh, well, you know, he's just... I could say bloody write a whole paragraph or essay on what he's done for me. But definitely, just in terms of training, he's definitely like taught me to just train the way I play. Like he's really put that into just like action. Like every time I've stuffed up a kick, he's always onto me about it at training and just
sprinting through.
Yeah, just everything about that. And then during game day and stuff, like quarter time, half time, he's always like telling me what I can improve and stuff. So and then he's a great man as well. Gives you great life advice.
He's a very nice bloke.
Yeah.
There were so many enjoyable games this year. What was your favourite game this season that you were a part of?
Definitely both Christchurch games.
Yep.
They were
both 1-point victories.
Yeah, both 1-point victories. That was just unbelievable. And then definitely also the Hale game, where the second one, not the first one.
We won't
first
mention
one was
the
a
first
low
one.
light for me personally. The second one where we thumped them. That was very good, very enjoyable game.
Yeah. Now, mate, I'd just like to get something out of the way because a lot of people don't believe me, but you're the only witness. So, can you please just tell everyone the conversation we had before the game that I kicked 11 goals?
Okay, so I pretty much asked Jesse how many he was going to kick, and he said 10. And I laughed at him because that's just stupid. Like you're not going to kick 10 goals in a game. And then it was half time. He'd kick 4, and I was like, you know what? He's a chance. He's a chance here.
He's
and
getting
then
there.
He's getting there, and then he's just at the end of the game. He's kicked 11, and it's just like
I remember seeing the bewilderness on your face.
I felt a bit stupid. I felt a bit stupid because I did bag him out at the start of the game, but he kicked 11, and good on you, Jesse, for kicking 11.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry for being a bit arrogant there. That was pretty bad actually. But I had a few videos and I just realised they're on my phone and it's on this camera, so doesn't matter. Some of the we'll show the viewers.
I got 85%, buddy. In what? In sauce. I got 92 in spine. I got... Oh.
Hey, you know anything? The coach hates me.
What he picked you the best and favorite?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Because it's a fair voting. Both the coaches pick they pick the best player.
Not fair at school.
Vote it. Huh?
Not fair at school.
But do you reckon you deserve it?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I don't.
So anyway, mate, I just want to quickly touch on some big controversy in the Aquinas footy world. You won the 10A's best and fairest last year, and a lot of people thought you didn't deserve it. Now, when people, if that happened to me, I'd be pretty mad, mate. Like, and even again this year, at the start of the year, you're having an awesome season, but so was Seth Connor, and people started, because we had so much publicity on the PSA, people thought they were getting you two mixed up. And again, that's kind of discrediting, your skills. So, is it annoying when people question your footy skills and ability?
Oh, I definitely is. I like to see myself as a reasonably good footy player.
And you are, mate.
Yeah, when people say that it's all Seth Connor, it gets a bit annoying, but just got to prove the haters wrong, as they say,
Yep. So, mate, you're on a platform. Do you have anything to say to them?
Oh, you know what? I've got nothing to say to them. I will let my footy do the talking, and
mate,
if they want to hate, they can hate.
I like that answer. I do that. I was not expecting that. That's pretty good. So, mate, we're going to move into 5 deadly cues. I've reduced it from 10 to 5 now because we've got a new segment on that will cut into this. So this basically just to get to know you a little bit better. I'll just ask 5 random questions and your answer, all right?
Yeah.
So number 1, if you could take anyone to the Brownlow, who would it be?
I'd get in trouble if I didn't say this, but I would have to take the missus.
I'm sure that's the answer a lot of people were hoping for.
Yeah. If I didn't say that, then I'd be in a bit of strife.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Question number 2. On a scale of 1 to 10, how smart are you?
I'd say between a 7 and 8. Like
So 70-80%?
yeah. If I want to be smart, I can be, but then I don't really put in the effort.
Yeah.
So
Funny
Yeah.
story, mate. You're not the type that I thought was smart back in the day when like no one really knew you. Anyway, you came to my math class, and next thing you know, this kid's putting his hand up for every question and answering everything. So
yeah.
he may not look too smart, but he is, people. Question number 3: what's your favourite place to buy clothes?
You know, it's a bit. This is a bit unusual. Definitely Gumtree.
Gumtree?
Yeah.
Is that where you got that shirt?
Oh no, I got this bought for me, but
From the missus?
No, back to Gumtree.
Yeah.
Gumtree. You know, you get a lot of good second-hand clothes on there. So,
Yeah.
you know, might as well just pay it cheap and not pay a lot of money for for the same thing. You know.
Yeah, fair enough. Number 4: if footy didn't exist, what sport would you be best at?
I don't play this anymore, but definitely soccer.
Yeah.
You know, I used to play when I was younger, and I was pretty good at that. So definitely soccer. You know.
I heard you made the state team for soccer.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you used to tell us.
You know, it might be not true, but you know,
False information.
false information.
Yeah.
On my behalf. So.
Nah, that's all right. Number 5: how many siblings do you have?
Well, this might shock people, but I've got 10 siblings, or 9 siblings, so 10 including me. But yeah,
That's a lot, mate.
Yeah, it's
What's it like at the dinner table?
Oh well, you know, 4 of the older ones have moved out, but
Yep.
when they were all in there, it was it's hard to get fed, you know.
You had to fend for your own food.
Yeah, you had to
Free-for-all.
fight for your own food.
Did they cook a barbecue every night? Like,
Oh, it was more of a just, you know, free for all. You did whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
Nah, we get cooked food for us, but
Yeah.
you know, it's definitely good having a lot of siblings because
Yeah.
never a dull day in the house, you know.
It's probably why you're so rough at footy, eh?
Yeah, I guess so. You know.
Now, because it's only 5 questions, the next half is the people's questions. So, earlier this week I put one of those Instagram questionnaire things on the story, and I asked people to send through questions for you this week. So, mate, I knew you would cop a little bit. I did not think you would cop so much. There was a lot of inappropriate questions that I can't put on here, but I've chosen the best 5. So we'll get stuck into them. Number 6: do you think you deserve the best first year player award this season?
This one, you know, I don't think I deserve it. It was 3 players, me, Turley, and Mitch Sinnott, who were in contention for it, really.
Yeah.
And I feel like whoever won it out of them, and it was Mitch Sinnott who won it, was deservedly win it. So I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say I deserved it, no, because I didn't win it. So
Yeah, I think it's not that you didn't deserve it. It's just that all 3 of you deserved it. So it could have gone anyone.
It could have got either way. Yeah.
If there was a tie, we probably would have done that. Question 7: do you think you have what it takes to play AFL?
I think everyone has it. Well, I think personally, I think I have what it takes if I really want it.
Yeah.
So if I feel like I want it.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I really, really like just put my head down and, you know, don't eat crap like you.
Mate, we won't mention that.
Yeah, I feel like if I can get everything sorted out, then I feel like definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
A chance.
It's all about determination.
Yeah.
What the mind can achieve. So for all listeners that, you know, are struggling and, you know, they might not be the best in their team, this man right here, he's a perfect example of you can do anything.
I'm not the best in my team. Oh, come on, mate.
No, but you're up there.
Oh, no, yeah, it's right.
Anyway,
I'll take that.
yeah.
Take it how it comes.
Question 8: out of all your siblings, where do you rank in footy?
It's easy. I'm definitely one. Half of them don't even play. Half of them are younger than me, and then
They're probably the better ones, though.
the younger ones. Don't be silly. No, but seriously, I would like all of them. Never really. They all stopped playing, and then, you know, they've all gotten back into it, sort of, except for one of my older ones. But yeah, definitely.
How old? What number are you?
So I'm number 5. So I'm right in the middle of both halves.
So 4 older, 5 younger.
Yeah, 5 younger, 4 older. And pretty much, all my older brothers play except for one of them, and they're all not as good as me. So not to be arrogant, but you know.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Question 9: what is your favourite snack to get stuck in your teeth?
Seriously, no. Well, I have braces, so you know, it's common knowledge that if you have braces, food gets stuck into it. I definitely say, because I'm a bit of a fruit person, definitely apples.
I've noticed them lately.
Always apples. Yeah, they're a bit. I've been eating them a lot lately. And
Yeah.
yeah, definitely always stuck in my teeth. So
Yeah, so for those who don't know, Michael, every lunch and break we'll always see him with a lot of food in his teeth. But that, like you said, that's because he's got braces. So, so question 10. Is it true that your missus didn't miss a PSA game this year?
I think that is false information.
Is
I
it?
don't know who said that.
Alright.
Because she didn't go to the Guildford game. That was
Is
the
that the
only
only
one. That's the only one she didn't go to. But,
Alright.
yeah. So.
Yeah. So we'll move on. We'll go into Dirty Mikey here. So you see in this segment last week with Turley,
Nervous about this one.
he copped a fair bit from it. You nervous?
I'm a bit nervous. I don't know what's coming.
Alright. So, and it's funny because you can't actually see it on that sheet. So
No, I can't. No, I don't
for
know.
the listeners, he doesn't know what's coming. But we'll start off with a bad story. So I've only got two. One's good, one's bad. The bad one. Let me set the scene here. So we're all going on camp. It was earlier this year.
No. No. No, we're not talking about this.
We were all going on camp and we got our phones taken off us. Not because we were doing anything bad, but just all got them confiscated because, live the life of nature. Anyway, we got on a sailing boat on day 2 and we were going from islands to islands, and on the first trip, I think, we were all a bit desperate for, just anything. I was wishing for KFC. I was dying for KFC, I'm not going to lie. And seasick at the same time. And we're travelling, it's probably an hour in on our first sail. And we're travelling and, you start having those deep and personal conversations. Everyone's talking about, their past life, their love life. And as we talk about our love lives, we get onto you, mate.
Yeah.
And we're talking about, because you've got a missus, as we've said before. And out of the blue, you've just gone, I think I'm going to marry her.
Jeez. Yeah.
Do you have an explanation for that?
So, my explanation is, we're on this boat, it's just rocking up and down. Your mind plays tricks on you, So I didn't have much water, I hadn't had much food, So you can't blame me for saying that, but
Oh, I can.
Well,
You said it.
This is not good, is it?
I think the real question behind this is, did you mean it?
You know what?
Because you're not in desperate times anymore.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I didn't mean it, but I said, it's definitely possible.
It's marriage. It's a big thing.
Yeah. It's not something you fool around with.
Yeah.
All serious here. Yeah.
Yeah. Mate, that was not a serious conversation.
Yeah.
So, Dirty Mikey, the dirty segment. It's really just about getting to know the person and some of their experiences that they've had. So it doesn't necessarily have to be bad. So I've actually got a good one here that my mum and stepdad gave to me. So my brother, for people that don't know, he has a disability, and he struggles to feed. So he's on a feeding tube at the moment, but back in the day he wasn't. So there are only 4 people that could actually feed him, and that was my mum, my stepdad, and our nans. So it would take up sometimes hours to feed him, every feed. And anyway, so all the boys have come over to my house. I think it was
a year ago.
Friday afternoon, maybe a year or 2 ago.
Shut up.
Wait, it was maybe a year or 2 ago. And anyway, so because you're good with kids, you've got 5 younger siblings, as we said. You held my little brother. His name's James, by the way. And anyway, we were like, okay, chuck me and Michael, we got to feed him. And anyway, you're like, I can feed him. And I don't think you knew what you're getting yourself into because, mate, he's got a disability and he's a bit difficult. And we were like, are you sure? We asked you several times, are you sure you want to feed him?
Yeah.
Anyway, we gave the bottle to you, and I think 5 minutes later, we looked back and he's 3/4 of the way done. It was the quickest he's ever had a feed, mate.
Oh, that was, yeah. Oh, well, I didn't really know that, and I guess, I definitely am the baby whisperer, I've got a thing with babies, so
Yep.
I'm privileged to say that I'm able to feed your brother.
I'm sure you are. Now we're going to get on to know your boots, mate. So how many pairs of boots do you own?
Well, at the moment I only own one pair of boots, but
Yep.
during the season I had 2 pairs. So
Yep.
yeah.
What were they?
Well, I had a pair of blue. Well, at the start I had a pair of black Pumas
Yep.
and then a pair of blue Asics. So
Which
they
is
were
your
from-
favourite?
Well, the blue Asics were probably my favourite. They were given to me by Tom Foss.
Oh yeah. Yep.
There's a bit of controversy over that because I didn't pay him for the boots, so you know.
It's probably why you got fined again.
Yeah, and I've got fined for that as well. So yeah, but those were definitely the best boots. So
Yep.
yeah.
And what's your best memory while playing in those boots?
I don't know. I guess the first game I played was against Guildford,
Yep.
and in those
yeah.
boots, and I felt like I was just felt a lot quicker in
Yeah.
them, and like visually,
Comfier.
yeah, just like
Yeah.
I was just a lot quicker and just
Yeah.
off the mark and stuff because I'm usually a bit slow. So yeah, you know.
Not usually.
Yeah,
All the time.
all the time. Yeah.
So, mate, what's your favourite brand?
Favourite brand? Oh, Reebok, I reckon.
Reebok.
Yeah, vintage Reebok. Love a bit of Reebok.
Mate, I like the vintage stuff and all that.
Yeah.
And I never actually expected someone to say this. Like, I thought they'd just give me like the general answer,
Yeah.
Nike, Adidas, Asics, whatever.
Mm.
But if I'm honest, I said last week Nike and Adidas.
Mm.
Mate, retro fillers.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
I wore them. They were one of my first pair of boots, and I loved them, mate.
Yeah, they're sick. Yeah.
And just that retro feel, just
Yeah,
feels good, eh?
Yeah, it feels good.
Yep. So we're going to move on to deadly discussions. The cards. So for those who don't know, Kwik Kopy Canning Vale. Thank you to you guys because they make the cards. I design them.
Shout out to Kwik Kopy.
Kwik Kopy.
Kopy Carnival.
Mate. So as you can see there, Turls' cards up on the wall.
Yes. As you can
And so we're going to build it up for those who don't know, and it's going to have all the podcasts and all the people, all the guests. So, mate, I went through a lot of trouble getting these this morning.
Yeah, it was a big trouble.
So I didn't have them days before. We literally just got them. So I'm going to tell you the story of how I got them. I got a call saying, "Oh, Jesse, we've forgotten the size, so we need you to measure Turley's card and with a ruler." So I went looking around. I was like, "Mum, do you have a ruler?" Because I know I don't got a ruler. So anyway, we're looking for a ruler for a good 10 minutes. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll call you back and I'll give you the measurements." And then I've had to ride 15 minutes to my cousin's house. 15 minutes on the bike.
Jeez.
I got there looking for a ruler. I measured the card. I'm like, "Yeah, mate. It's 90 by 67." So, mate, I'm on the way. I've already printed them.
Oh.
So then I had to ride 15 minutes back. So it was a lot of effort to get these cards for you, even though I didn't actually do anything. So, mate, here's your cards. You got a heap.
I've got a lot of them.
You got
yeah.
the curved edges and
Straight edges.
yep. So have a look at them. Tell us what you think.
Oh, they're brilliant. Not the best photo choice. I think there's a lot of, but I know it's very nice. And the back as well. Got the how I play.
Yep.
No, that's very.
Do you
Very
agree
nice.
with the players that you play like?
Oh.
So we've put Toby Green and Joel Sellwood, ironically.
Toby Green, definitely love to
Yep.
start a.
He loves his scuffles,
Yeah, I
Michael.
love him. No, do not shy away from them.
Yeah, we know that.
And then Joel Sellwood as well, definitely like inside.
Yeah,
tough.
that's
yeah.
kind of the way you play.
Yeah, so.
Do
Definitely.
you want to show the camera?
Yeah, so just got just there and then
Yep. And
the
mate,
back as well. Signature.
because yep, can we get your signature?
No worries, mate.
We'll get it on both.
Go both.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now wait, before you start, we had a lot of difficulty with this last week with Turley. Pretend that's a box and just sign the whole box, okay?
Sign the whole box.
Yep.
Okay.
We want
Alrighty.
it bigger than that.
This is tough.
Do you have a signature?
I do have a signature, but like it's sort of a small one, so I'm not really sure how I'm gonna fit this.
Make it big.
Is that alright? Well, it's gonna have to do.
Yeah, it'll do. But go again and try get on the green pit. Then
Green pit art.
If it's a bit small.
There we go.
That's better.
That's it.
Alright.
That's what we want.
Let me see that.
That's beautiful. That is expert
They are pretty
signature.
good. We'll show you the camera here. Them. Start. So mate, we'll chuck that up on the wall. We're almost finished actually.
Gee, that's gone quick.
It has, isn't it?
Yeah.
So final questions. Who do you support?
Freo, definitely.
Who's going to win the premiership?
Geelong.
Come on, mate.
Geelong all the way.
By how much?
I'll say about 10. It's gonna be a very. I reckon it's
Good
gonna be a good game.
Wet.
if it rains, I'm not going to be happy because I love a clean game. But
you love just that grand final feel.
Yeah,
you know?
but I feel like it's going to favour, definitely if it rains, it will favour Geelong. So
Favour Geelong?
Well.
Why is that?
I feel like... Oh,
Have you
actually, nah, I thought about it now. Actually, favour Richmond, but Geelong are still going to win.
And who's going to win the North Smith?
Tom Hawkins, definitely.
Tom Hawkins, I reckon.
It's going to kick a bag.
You could be on... That's probably one of the favourites, actually.
He's playing good footy, so...
You guys probably don't care, but I'll give mine anyway. So, Premiership, I'm going Richmond by 11. And Dusty to win the Norm Smith.
Oh, that's
23rd.
so... that is
Mate,
just
I love Dusty
bandwagon. That is bandwagon.
It's not bad. I'm a true Port Adelaide supporter, right? And for me to jump on their bandwagon, that's just not on. So, mate, that concludes our second episode of Deadly Discussions. It's been awesome. Thank you to Something Wild Australia and Kwik Kopy. And thanks for coming on.
Thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode.
Cheers, mate.
Alright, thank you. Yes.
We should hope all the cameras are filming. There's one. There's two.
Oh, they're better than me.
No. Oh my god. Mate.
Is it not filming?